Hello, in this video we're going to go over how to install and use drAAft 2.0. So as prerequisites, I've already got ModCheck set up, which there's a link in the description for that. And I've also opened drAAft.net in the browser, that's drAAft with 2 A's. You're also going to want some kind of proper Minecraft launcher. I'm using Multi-MC, but Prism works as well. All right, so first of all, we're going to go ahead and click the download link on the drAAft website, which brings us to GitHub, and we're going to take the latest release. In this case, it's release 2.0, but of course, if there's new releases since when I'm making this video, you can just download those instead. We're going to scroll down, and we're going to make sure that we download the jar file, not the sources.jar. If you download -sources.jar, this is not going to work. So we're going to download drAAft 2.0.jar, and that's going to go ahead and download the mod. Next up, we're going to create a new drAAft instance. So I'm going to go ahead and click Create Instance in Multi-MC. We're going to create a 1.16.1 Minecraft instance for speedrunning, and we're going to call this drAAft test and click OK. Now that we have that, we're going to go into Edit Instance, and we need to install Fabric. So I'm going to install Fabric, the latest version should work. And next, we need to get the mods. What you can do is you can go into Loader Mods, and you can click Add. And once that opens up, you're going to want to add the drAAft mod that you just downloaded. Now that we have drAAft, we need to install the dependencies and a couple other speedrunning mods that are going to be useful. So I'm going to go into ModCheck and select the instance path that I just created. So that's going to be drAAft test. Select that. I'm going to click Select All Recommends, but some of these mods don't work with drAAft. So I'm going to go through and remove those. First of all, MCSR FairPlay does not work. Also going to remove Atom. And because this is a tutorial video, I'm going to remove standard settings. If you know what standard settings is, it does work with drAAft, but if you don't know what it is, you probably don't want it. One other thing, make sure you also deselect SeedQueue. SeedQueue is not compatible with drAAft. Everything else here should work fine with drAAft, but I'm also going to remove World Preview just in case. Then we'll click Download on the bottom right. And now that that's done loading, we should be able to launch our drAAft instance. That opens up Minecraft, and as you can see, we have this drAAft login button. So we're going to go ahead and click on that. We're going to ignore this because that's not supposed to be there, and it's a glitch. My mistake. And that will open up drAAft in your browser logged in. It won't look like this for you. I just happen to already be in a room, so I'm going to go ahead and leave that, and also remove Minecraft music. This is the main login page that you're going to see. And now at this point, you can create a room, or you can join a room that somebody else sends you the code for. We're going to create a room so we can go over the configuration options of drAAft. If you want to copy the room code, you can click Copy Code on the top left. You can toggle each individual player between whether they're a spectator or a player. And the main inputs here are the seeds. You can set the overworld seed, nether seed, and end seed individually. If you want to set one seed for all three, you will have to just paste it into every single one, but sorry about that, that's life. You have a pick timer here. You can enforce the pick timer or not. Pretty simple. Gambits we'll go over in a second. If you want only certain people to be players when they join the room, you can write their usernames in here. For example, I could type in Feinberg. And now everybody who isn't Feinberg that joins the room will automatically be a spectator, except for Feinberg, who will automatically be a player. And finally, admin starts game, which I'm going to set to yes. If you're playing alone, this actually doesn't matter at all. But if you're playing with multiple players, this allows you to click Finish Drafting to send the signal to all the games to start the game, even after the draft is finished. I'm going to click Begin Drafting. And now you have the basic draft. This works the same way as drAAft 1.0 for the most part, except that it is, of course, multiplayer and network now, so you can select on your turn when it says you're picking at the top left. You can select which picks you want. And on the right, at any point in time, you can select gambits to enable or disable them based on the maximum number of gambits that we configured in the room configuration options. Now, it is important to note that you cannot pick gambits once the draft is done. So as soon as all the players have picked their picks, gambits become locked in. It's important to pick your gambits while you're still drafting. However, they don't consume a pick, so you can turn them on or turn them off at any point until the draft is over. Once we're done with the draft, we're going to click Finish Drafting. I'm going to open up the game over here. As you can see, we are still logged in the game because the bucket is enchanted. If the bucket isn't enchanted, make sure you click it, because even if you're logged in on the website, you might not necessarily be logged in the game. Of course, because we did just log in this instance, that does stay logged in. So I'm going to click Finish Drafting. And in the game instance, it's going to load us into this world with the picks that we selected. So we have the Seasickness, Debris, and Lucky Fool gambits. And we have the diamond leggings, bamboo jungle, breeds, and acacia logs, and monster scented peg. As you can see, if we tab into the game, we have these logs. My settings are not correct here, so that's fine. And we also have the diamond leggings, and of course all of our gambits are here. There you go. One last thing, you can press tab in game to see the advancement counts of everybody who's playing. And I think that's about it. So good luck and enjoy drafting.